Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ready, set. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now left side on the swing pass. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wentz. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Check safety. Right there, 54, right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 57. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
From the 41, Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. On 1st down, Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
74. Hey, seam 6.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. The catch made by Miller. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Ram. Hey, we're good.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really frequent combination. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Trey 15. X3. 218. Chopper.
Check 99. Check 4. Check.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
60 out more.
Here we go. Get on the field.
Hey, let's go.
50's the mark.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 2. Check out the 39-yard line.
Topper! Hey, exit. 14, 82, 14.
54, right there. 54.
On 2nd and very short. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Check 15. You draw quarter. Slam.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 52. He's coming.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
General West.
Check cross.
Sunday.
Wentz now on 1st down. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check 6 guys.
Here we go.
And some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You don't want to. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, they're scared.
He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
That's it, baby.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Going deep here for Parker. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Wentz. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, high 7. Let's go.
Now Wentz again. And he finds Parker here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Wentz now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz rolling to his right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Check 3, check 3. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Watch the edge. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come, come. Deuce, 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 deuce. Check 24, check 24.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Great 57.
Here I come.
49, check 49, check 49. 59.
From the 24, Wentz. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
I'm coming.
Man 57. Hey, Haywood.
Hey, 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 hey.
Shotgun now for Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Wentz now on first down. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Escaping, and he's going to go down again. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Lefty, lefty. 120. No.
I'm coming. Joker. Watch.
Hey, kill. Hey, Ford Tokyo.
Watch the ship. Mike spot 4.
Wait, son.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A 3rd down gain of 19. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
54. Watch the course.
50-yard line.
Right there.
657.
54 Mike.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Let's get off the field.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
51.
Hey, Ford Tokyo.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Switch out.
Buzz.
Out.
Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
657.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 13. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
6-6, pull it high.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
On the ready.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gano the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Panthers 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Eagles take over.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. And he's into the clear. 30. And he cuts it right in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught off the deflection. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Here's McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
First down, Carolina.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Robbie Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Switch. Rush in.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Back to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Brings up second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Bandit. Switch it.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Hey, team six.
He's checking crowd.
Kill. Great.
Mike 54.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check three.
Ram.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Run.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football